Setting out a bit later than usual on this Sunday afternoon. Almost 5 p.m. right now. So let's see where what's left of this day takes us. All right, found myself a road. Think I'll take it. Some clouds moved in. Hopefully that'll help lighting a bit and keep the light from being too harsh. But, if I'm not mistaken, this is the road that takes you through Pleasantville. Nope, I guess I'm not mistaken. I was right. I should have a contest. Win a free trip to the Pleasantville of your choice. How about that? We're not departing Pleasantville. Obviously. Still got the clouds though. In fact, up here is what I refer to as the Gingerbread Village, where the houses are all lit up during Christmas. Here, I'll show it to you during the summertime. You can see the difference. I'll show you it's supposed to look without the lights. That's the house too, with the millions of light bulbs that I show you every year. Yep, every year I'm here getting their lights on video. Now it looks really nondescript, like nothing ever happened. So they take those lights down after the holiday. All those thousands, literally, they take down. Wonder how long it takes them. Just pulled a U-turn to show you again. But there is the house with the thousands of lights every Christmas. How long does it take them to put all those lights up? Now it's September. They're going to begin by at least next month, by October. That's what I would assume. You better begin starting soon to put those lights up. You only got 4 months. I'll turn left here and take everyone on my bike ride routes. In case you could read that sign, it said Pocock Road. At one time I could handle curvy and hilly roads like this. But these days, approaching Jarrettsville Pike, south to the left, north to the right. But it doesn't go to Jarrettsville, it goes to Madonna. It's misnamed. But across there, back in the 80s, they had a barricade situation going on there once. Somebody had barricaded himself in there with guns and had to bring the cops out to flush him out. Back in the mid-80s sometime. All peaceful now. And apparently some history here too. They recalled My Lady's Manor. I'll try and get that sign in there for you. Dated 1713. There's a story behind that, which I can't recall right now. But when I do recall it, I'll relate it. Yep, the rolling hills where we did our bike riding. And then on our bikes, we came to a crossroads. That's the Hutchins Mill to the right. And to the left. Okay, it stays Hutchins Mill Road. All right. But a bit of ways up, we'd have this steep, insidious upgrade to pedal up. And it was a pain, even back in my day. Believe me, it's steeper than it looks. We would get to the top and be puffing and panting. But we lived, obviously. And now to pick up Hess Road, westbound. But not for long, because up here is another road. Back in '77, I took a night shot here of the moon rising at this intersection. You have a look. How about that? And one more that we pedal up on occasion. Just past the church that's a couple hundred years old. Even on bikes, we pass history. Covered a lot of ground back in our day on those two-wheelers. And wish I still could. Well, I still can, just not in the street. No, I need bike trails, which there are many of, fortunately. We're on Moncton Road. I'm heading for its namesake. But first, there's Moncton Mill, one of the many former mills in the area. I believe it stopped operating about 60 years ago. They were restoring it for a while. Looks like they gave up. It's still hard to get a video there when you're facing the sun. All the spots show up. Sorry about that. And the road's namesake, Moncton. Another quaint hamlet. Another quaint Shakespearean play. Once a hustling, bustling place with hotel right there, and of course, railroad. Now a bike trail. A quick look. Well, I couldn't park back there in Moncton. No parking spaces. The one row of spaces open that were totally taken. One row of spaces totally shut to give nature a break or whatever. I can't figure out the Maryland State Park system these days. But here we're struck by the original route. Well, not the original, but the previous route from Baltimore to York. Prior to the coming of Interstate 83. This is York Road, Route 45. Before 83, this was your route from Baltimore to York. Up until 1958. And around here, there's parkland. That's the arch bridge that York Road passes over on its way north. I believe it dates back to the 1880s or 1890s. You can see supports the previous bridge there, to the right of it, very faintly. There's old random rocks there. And that's looking south on the Gunpowder Falls, which is Baltimore's water supply. And of course, that being Gunpowder Falls, obviously makes this Gunpowder Falls State Park. There are many parts to Gunpowder Falls State Park. This is just one of the many. But I gotta climb that hill to get back to the car. Oh no. And my right leg hurts like crazy right now. But I'm still doing this. In case you have to wash up, the state has you covered. And there's where you do it. In that tub down there. You stick your feet in that dirty water. Okay. North on the classic York Road. Yet before 83, it was that. I'm heading north on former US 111. It carried the number until the early 60s, before getting demoted to a state highway. I'm passing over the former railroad, now bike trail down below there, which I've ridden many times. As you proceed through Parkton, a commuter stop on that line until 1959. Now south of the original York Road through Parkton, before they closed off the crossing and built that bridge you saw us cross just now. This was the road. They removed the crossing here back in 1935. But up until then, the road crossed the tracks at grade. Now, of course, barricaded for the bike trail. And the former railroad crossing. Now the bike trail. That's the name that most folks refer to this trail as, before it got renamed after the person whose idea was to build it. But no one ever calls it Torrey C. Brown Trail. That name is not sticking. Good. To the south, it's still rather bright. Of course, compass direction southeast, technically. But to the north, it's quite a bit darker. We normally begin riding north because north is upgrade, then come back south because it's all downgrade. Easier on the muscles and on the nerves as well. About a quarter mile up on the left would have been Parkton Station. Used to look like this. But yeah, I miss those bike rides. Big time. Needless to say, about 10 years back, there was a classic wooden building that sat there where those cars are now in the parking lot. The rest of the site's all grown over. But before it burned down, I got shots of that too. One time after I got done a bike ride on that trail, it was a bit after sunset, getting rather dark. A bunch of cats followed me off the trail. I had a minivan back then, and those cats jumped on my minivan, and a couple of them got in my minivan. A couple of them worked their way in, and I couldn't get rid of them. I was attacked by cats. If you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be a link below to that video. Watch it. And then call Animal Planet and tell them about it. In fact, one of those cats that jumped on my van seemed to disappear all of a sudden. Watch the video and you'll see. Anyway, over here, the one-time Parkton National Bank, now residence. Are the vaults still in there? And the safe deposit boxes? Very secure place to live, in a bank. Can't get more secure than that. Alright, continuing north. About to get back onto the current York Road. We're ascending Pars Ridge, which is the highest point between Baltimore and York. But before going any further north, how about a side trip to historic Bentley Springs? Up there, former gas station and general store, now residence. And look what they got here. And how Bentley Springs looked once upon a time, before the railroad became a bike trail. I was looking south with a steam train coming up. This was also a summer resort town at one time too, back in the mid-1800s. They had a hotel here, picture of it right there, but it burned, I believe, in the 1860s. Back then, that's what folks did who lived in downtown Baltimore and other hot cities. To cool off, they take the train out here to cool Bentley Springs and stay in the hotel. Well, look at those covered porches the place has to keep the sun out. And now there's the parking lot for the trail, where the tracks would have been. It was 2 and 4 tracks up until the late 1950s. They went down to 1 track until the 1972 abandonment after Hurricane Agnes. But here it be. Bentley Springs, founded by Charles Bentley in 1858. The way it looks now, you wouldn't know there was a lot going on here at one time. And now the approximate location. A little photograph I showed you with the train coming up back in the double track days. There are wooden buildings on the left that are now long gone, obviously. But things are quite a bit different now here in Bentley Springs. But here's where that photograph was taken from. Big difference, huh? Wow, what a difference. And up there on that hillside is where the hotel used to be. Now totally reclaimed by nature. But up there somewhere was the Bentley Springs Hotel. Didn't last too long though, only about between 10 and 20 years. It burned down quickly after it was built.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
And across the way there is where Frog Hollow is. There's the entrance to Frog Hollow. And as I said upon our arrival, that's a former general store and gas station there. Now it became a residence. I saw photos of that too when there were pumps in front. But now I can't show any more of it because I want to stay a free man. But that's what I want to do. One of these days again. Departing historic Bentley Springs. At least this direction, away from the sun, the lighting is a bit better. Just a bit better. And again back north on the former US 111, the current York Road. And again passing through Maryland line. It's south of the PA line, so they call it Maryland line. As I keep rattling off. Now heading west on Freeland Road. But for a reason. Because I want to get a shot of the train station here. That red building is the former Freeland station, but moved away from the track. The track's about a mile up the road, but now a trail, as I keep saying. And now entering Freeland proper. I'm about to cross the bike trail again. Right up here. The many a ride here. But I better go to this parking lot and get this jackass off my tail. I hate being tailgated. Yeah, there he goes. And I stopped in Freeland with a relative croaking someplace. I hear your relative down there somewhere. I guess there are a lot of us around. And that's the Freeland Hotel right there. It served the same purpose as the other hotels in Moncton and Bentley Springs for summer vacationers from the hot city. And again, what I'd rather be doing. And that old wooden house there, that old structure, whatever it is, one more general store at one time. Obviously, it's been a while. And to the right, there is a house that was supposedly ordered out of a Sears catalog back in the 1920s, almost 100 years ago. That house right there. That's, I think, a story I heard at one time from someone. It came out of a Sears catalog, back when Sears sold houses. Looking north on the trail. And over there, a bathroom where waste is composted in the basement, instead of using liquid chemicals or whatever. So, don't go down the basement, or you'll be in for a treat. Again, the former store in shambles. And the hotel again. Of course, no longer used as such. Now passing through Oakland, Maryland. Not much to it. There are 3 Oaklands in Maryland. This one and 2 others. And about to curve to the left because it's a dead end up there. And I get past beneath the Northern Central Trail. My bike trail. In fact, on top of that bridge there, my bike odometer clicked 4,000 miles about 10 years ago. Yep. My 4,000 mile on that bike occurred on that bridge. There was a signing off that track to serve an industry here that's long gone. There's nothing industrious here now. Heading north again. Just crossed state lines to PA. There where the road pavement changed. Now north of the border. I still got the clouds, which is good because when the sun comes out, it's too harsh, and I got to correct it in the computer. The trail's down there, but it's so dark you can't see it. But up here it emerges, as we do. Yep, we're out of the woods. Okay, where's Emerald City? No Emerald City, but here's New Freedom, where I brought you before. From here north, the tracks still operate. Tourist trains, which I've shown you before. Train there. It's run, finished. And the high gas price due to Hurricane Harvey, which ended recently. In Maryland, it's at least 50 cents cheaper than that. So I'll forego the pump here. And I get my cherry Coke fix. Back at you. Again, all done thanks to time lapse. Oops, my brake's still up. But still, what a rip-off gas is up here. Even in Maryland, it's 40 to 50 cents cheaper than that, despite Hurricane Harvey. What's it around your way? Heading back to the track. Oh, we got a moon up there. Alright. Hang that moon. There's New Freedom Station. We got a new flat car here on the siding. Don't know its purpose though. And our party caboose. One day we'll come up here and ride this train, just like we rode this Georgetown last year, 2016. And of course the party caboose, always ride that. Okay. Everybody had enough of New Freedom? Okay. At least it runs again. For the longest time it didn't. Obscene history. You can buy tickets on their website. And our train again. And an appropriate mural. Alright, we're out of here. More history. Huh. an appropriate expression for me to use. History. I'm history. Uh-oh, that sounds ominous. Could be bad luck. And as the sun sets on your bullfrog, we get it right back at the former York Road. But here in PA they call it Susquehanna Trail. Same thing. We're turning right to go back south because the sun is setting. I just want to say, I hope one day you're going to be able to take better rides than this. Do the Odyssey thing again. But between time, finances, and whatever else, it's getting hard to do that sort of thing. But those who are sticking by me, much appreciated. And I will do that again as soon as everything allows. So stick around. Until then, hope you enjoy what I got. Up here, crossing back into Maryland. At the light, Freeland Road again. We took it westbound to the right earlier to show you Freeland and the station. And of course, again, Maryland Line. Maryland Line, Maryland. Sounds like our state song. Which I forget the words to. They glorify war anyway, as most songs do, along with our national anthem. But what do? They were written a long time ago. So what does one do about that? Keep them or change them? A little food for thought there for all y'all. In this age of political correctness, what does one do? We're politically overcorrect for some reason. Where we're doing that political correctness stuff, we're severely overdoing it. They tore down the statue of Robert E. Lee. So what happens now? The town of Leesburg, Virginia has to get its name changed? What happens now to Leesburg? What does one do? That's what I'm saying. These things are too correct, overcorrect. We gotta get back to the basics, and big time. There you go. Commentary from your bullfrog. Maybe more to come.
Here.
Old gas station there. I managed to pick out. To think a little while ago, we were coming up the other way on this road, opposite direction. But I'm not going to be this road too long right now, because up here I pick up this road's replacement, I-83. It'd be lined for Baltimore. Big deal. And at 183, I'm about to cross over the Central again. Our bike trail's beneath this bridge. And also beneath this bridge is our rest stop. When our northbound tracks, we stop beneath that bridge to rest on our bikes, believe it or not. So there, it's got some meaning to it, some significance. Okay, beeline for Baltimore. And now via obvious time lapse, back in suburbia. If obviously time lapsed, it's darker now. Yeah. Maryland traffic. And someplace up here, the Maryland State Fair is in progress. Through there. But I can't go there now. I tried. But trust me, there's a fair in progress there. The Maryland State Fair. And now time to get back to Urbia. Fireworks, don't know the occasion. anyway, back in Urbia. But on vacation back there for this fireworks. It's way past the 4th of July, but tomorrow's the 4th of September. Don't know if that counts. Maybe every 4th. And back in the hood at almost 8:30 p.m. A few seconds back, I still heard this firework exploding in the distance to the north in that direction. That's where they were. But don't know the occasion, though. Okay, back in. I got a video to edit. And again, thank you for spending part of your day with me and sitting in front of your PC or wherever you sit to watch these. Alright, guys. Thanks again for stopping by.